Second question for today actually came from one of our traveling circus members who checked out the 6-week transformer templates. And we do have, for anyone who has not seen them yet, we do have examples there from communication with other gym owners that you worked with. And the question was, can you tell us a bit more about what were kind of like what was the initial situation of these gym owners and kind of like what was their starting point?
Okay, this is super simple because I've been in the same situation, whatever you want to call it, 5, 6 years ago, right? So I follow the methodology. I try to do my best within the frame of the methodology, how things are going to be taught, which cues to use, which exercises to do, which programming to use. So I just followed the CrossFit train for the instance. And at some point, I was like, well, okay, but I don't see people because my thing was I want to help people. This is so lame, but I want to help people move better and whatever, get less knee pain and less back pain, etc. The downside is, or what I see where most people are struggling, gym owners are struggling with, is developing the product, their service towards something that people are gonna sort out, look for once the methodology trend kind of decreases, right? So once, because I remember the early days of CrossFit is like, honestly, you did not have to do anything and people just showed up because CrossFit was cool and was a new thing. And so just people showed up. So we gym owners from back from whatever, 15 years ago, 12 years ago, we never had to learn marketing. Zero, because people just showed up. So we just kept doing the same programming. We kind of felt lucky because we could charge prices for training that could have never been charged before because it was a small group training. But that kind of eroded over the years because, like more competition, market saturation, and all that kind of stuff. So where most or a lot of GMOs are at right now is they're in a weird situation. Um, in principle, they love what they're doing because they want to help people. They're not the best business guys out there. They're interested in training. They don't want to work office jobs. They don't even have like the biggest aspiration of becoming a millionaire. They just want to make a good living, put food on the table, work their 12 hours a day with stuff that they actually like and enjoy doing. But that's more or less gone now. So the next step is, and that's why I've created the 6-week transformer templates, is how to start like revitalizing your product and your service again. Because the only thing you're offering right now is maybe cheaper functional fitness than somewhere else. And people won't ask for veggies at the butchers. So if you want to increase your prices or have a higher product because you want to or you need to make more money, there is no way for you out because the product you're offering can be found cheaper anywhere else. So you have to create your own product and be like, okay, I'm not running a methodology here. I want to help people. I want to get get them rid of back pain, whatever it is, or put them 5 kilo on their back squat. But I have to do my own thing, and I have to coach differently. I have to teach stuff differently, and that's why, based on a book, I've developed the templates and the 6-week program out of the templates. This is a great way to start with new people coming in. And that's a very important point. You don't have to change everything at once. You have a gym, that's great. You have whatever, 150 members, 120 members. You charge between 100, 150 euros. Like that's great. That's a good base. But if you want to price yourself outside of the market, you have to have a product that is outside of the market, which means you can solve problems for people that will pay more for solving a problem than just getting a sweat in. Because getting a sweat in, you can getting a sweat in for 19 euros or 19 bucks a month. That's super simple. So you have to change what you're offering. You have to maybe change the way you coach to actually work on, okay, how can I start working on getting that knee pain free in a 6-week course or a 12-week course, or however long it's going to take, in a different setting than in just 15 on one sessions, right? You have to start getting creative, how to solve problems that a lot of people are experiencing nowadays, which unfortunately is a lot of non-traumatic issues because da 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 da, living in the year 2025.
What would you say to a gym owner who now maybe is just on the cusp of diving into the big high rocks boom? Someone who's like maybe now contemplating like starting more high rocks courses or maybe even organizing some events. And what would you tell them now? Like, why should they maybe try the 6 week transformer templates instead?
Okay, I'll start for once with the business perspective first. So what if you create and set up your gym and you teach coaching principles and you teach stuff that will help anybody out there, no matter what sport they're doing. Okay, what does it mean? If you start um, making sure people learn one hip position that should be loaded, three shoulder positions that should be loaded, three big muscles, anything on top of it will work better, whether that's running, Olympic weightlifting, CrossFit, Hyrox, whatever. So once you set that base in your gym, you can actually benefit from any fucking trend that's going to come along in the next 400 years. You should just put it on top of it, right? You just have your classes, you coach people and educate people on the stuff that I just mentioned, and then you can add Hyrox on top or whatever you fancy that might be a trend that a lot of people will do that you can offer that you can offer classes for in your gym. So you can play a module system, right? You have your classes, you do your basic coaching, you do your basic preparation for people. And if you feel like, okay, hey, there's so many people calling about Hyrox classes, like I should give it a shot. We're doing this on the weekends. Like we have two Hyrox classes, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. And it's like, okay, so what? People want to do it and we're offering it because we have a base underneath it where we'll make sure people stay healthy. And if you want to put the sport of Hyrox on top of it, I'm good. If you want to put the sport of CrossFit on top of it, I'm good. If you want to put running onto it, tennis, soccer, I don't care because you get your base work in and yeah, then you do whatever you want. And that's a product that is not, I call it not me, but it's a principle of blue ocean and red ocean. So as a business owner, I want to work in a blue ocean. That means there's no sharks in there. There's no blood in there because the red ocean is full of blood because you have a lot of competitors and you're just fighting each other, mostly about pricing, right? Outprice your market, make your own product, start with the 6 week templates and just slowly build that up in your chain. It's going to take some time, maybe a couple of months, maybe 2 years, but it doesn't matter because from my experience as a gym owner, I'm in this for the long-term game, which means I want to do this until whatever, I'm 75 and being in a wheelchair or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, because what's the okay? This is pain for you guys out there. I get it. Changing something and doing something that you're not used to and worrying about. Okay, are my members going to leave? This is the process that I'm offering to you to guide you through it. Right? To do it step by step, not change everything at once. This is a short-term pain, maybe for a couple of weeks, maybe for a couple of months. Okay, just compare that pain with the pain 3 years from now where you have to shut down your gym. Which there will be a pain, and you have to choose which one to accept. Short-term pain with long-term positive consequences, or doing nothing and just letting it run. And then 3 years in, you're bankrupt, you have to close doors. Which pain you want to choose? You have to choose one, trust me.
That's all we have for today.
Great. So, coaches and gym owners out there, I love you guys to death because I think there's nothing comparable in the world of people being dedicated to helping others, right? Maybe teachers and professors, but I see us more as teachers than anything else. So I want to help you keep your doors open. This is the only thing I'm looking for. I'm not selling you my methods or my methodologies or my templates. I'm offering it to you because it worked for me and other gyms. This is one way how to avoid closing your doors and having to work in a fucking office job from 9 to 5 in 2 years from now. I've seen so many gym owners in the last, whatever, 2 to 3 years, COVID, after COVID, whatever. But COVID was it just accelerated stuff, right? The sharks are in the water. There's Hyrox coming up. There's a lot of other different, easier, less technique fitness stuff around the corner, which will attract a lot of people. So now the only choice you have is, do you want to develop your products forward? Do you want to improve your product and your services to offer a problem solving coaching gym rather than just coaching exercise? Because those times are over. I want to offer you my help. Start is always for free. You get all the stuff that I develop on the Traveling Circus for free. You can do it on your own. I won't charge you anything for it. Obviously, if you want to have my help, guide you through the process, we have different models as well, of course, because we're not stupid. But I'm offering this to you so you can do it on your own, because I want you to keep your doors open for as long as possible, because that is your passion. Passion comes with a price. Passion comes with pain. You have to choose a pain. I would rather choose a short-term sharp pain than a long-term slow death that is going to result in you closing the door. So hit us up, click some links here down below. There's a lot of information on my Instagram account at Gregor Gregs, or my telephone number is all over the internet. Hit me up. Happy to talk to you. See you guys next week.